Hey guys, this is just a quick video to talk about Satisfactory Power. So I'm hopping into the game. This server runs 24/7, and because of that, when you log in, power is almost always going to be off unless somebody refilled it pretty quickly. By the way, I love that people just sit, like you're always in the game. I just love that. So there's Nate, and there's, I'm not sure who this is, actually. Someone. Anyway, so when you log in, probably everything's going to be off because the power will have run out while things were going on. So I'm going to show you how to get power back on. So there's a few things. I've got a few boxes here. So this is a storage container for mycelia. This one contains leaves. This one contains wood. And if you throw those mycelia, leaves, and wood in these storage containers, they will automatically get transferred into biomass over here, which will then get transferred into biofuel, which will then produce biofuel that will produce power. So as long as those things are happening, power should continue to operate just fine. But it will eventually go out. So eventually, it runs out. And in that case, you've got a whole bunch of stuff like this where there's no fuel in there. So now what you could do is you could go get leaves and sticks and just reload a bunch of these to last you for a while. That's an option. Or I do keep a reserve of the mycelia today currently, which you get from cactuses, goes into this storage container, so that if you want to just restart power kind of quickly without gathering a bunch of stuff, obviously making some Mark II so it goes a little faster, like a Mark II belt. Oh, where's my, there it goes. So this is a Mark II belt. Mark II belts transfer at a rate of 120 items per minute, but by making a Mark II belt, now it's going to send this extra, it's going to release the stored biomass reserves, which will then go down on these belts and will eventually get everything running again so that there's enough power. Once these things are fueled up, which is taking, you can see it's slowly but surely filling, you can then flip it to on, and away you go. So let's just give this a second to spool up. Or if you want to, also, which I'll do, I suppose, right now, you can just grab a few things out of here. You can right-click on items in your inventory to split stacks. So I've just split this into stacks of 50. I'm just right-clicking on these stacks of 100-ish. So there, now I've got a whole bunch of stacks of 50. If you don't want to wait for things to just move down the belt slowly, you could just go down to the end here. I'm just going to take this down to the end, where things won't fill. There, I'm just going to throw these stacks in. So I'm shift left clicking, and it will automatically move it out of my inventory to there. Shift left click. Shift left click. If I was to control click, hold control and left click, then it would move everything out of my inventory that I could into there. So if I control click, it's going to instantly take the maximum amount and fill it. But I wanted to keep it in just stacks of, cancel that, in just stacks of, oops, darn it. Let me take that back out. I want this to be in stacks of 50. So I'm going to shift click to move that in. You can also click and drag if you want to. And by the way, you don't actually need to shift right click. It's just right click, split stacks. So I think I forgot that. So anyway, there's 50 there. This is probably plenty. So there, this is probably with as much as it's been moving, as what's happening down there, this is probably more than enough to get the system back online. So I'm just gonna head back down to the storage silo. Eventually, it's gonna take me a second to get down there. Try to get top this thing. There we go. That's probably enough. So there, that's gone. Now let's just see if we can put power and see if it stays on for a second here. There we go. Power's back on. And there's still a good 800 in the reserve there. And I'm actually going to just move back in. I keep a stack of 200 on me for chainsaw and stuff, but the rest of it I'll just leave in there. So there you go. Now power's going back on. That'll last for a while, and because power's back on, it should be producing more biofuel, which will be sent to the appropriate things. So yeah, there you go. It does eventually run out, but that should last for a while. Hope that helps.